ए रू फास्ट गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। तो जल्दी जल्दी जॉइन हुआ एंड इमीडिएटली हमें स्टार्ट करिया। महेश कुमार एंड हमर ये संतोष गुड इवनिंग। मिताली यस गुड इवनिंग। पवित्र अंकिता आउ गोटे मिनिट नहीं आउ 30 सेकंड वेट करिया तापर हमें स्टार्ट कर दवा। तो एति कम पिला कोन चलो तो स्टार्ट कर दवा। बे फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन तम पाखरे फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन पढ़ो। The correct order of process that occur in urine formation. Urine formation रो process कोन को कोन हबो? इजी क्वेश्चन। कोन हबो? Yes प्रणा। The correct order of process that occur in urine formation: glomerular filtration, tubular secretion, reabsorption ना tubular secretion, glomerular filtration। First process कोन जेतला हमर यूरिन फॉर्मेशन हबार प्रथम एंड द मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट स्टेप होची ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेशन, देन होची कोन ना रीअब्जॉर्प्शन, देन ट्यूबुलर सिक्रेशन। देन आंसर कोन हबो? दैट इज सी। परफेक्ट। तो मते को ड्यूरिंग द ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेशन आरबीसी is filtrated through the filtrate layer or not? During the glomerular filtration, RBC is filtrated through the filtrate layer or not? Filtrate layer dekiri filtration time re RBC ta filtrate हुए और हुए नहीं? Yes, and the first answer from Aishwarya and the Santosh. Obviously, answer is no. Then second question, where is the podocyte cell is located? In the glomerulus or in the Bowman's capsule? Where is the podocyte cell is located? Podocyte cell code located? Yes, podocyte cell is located in the Bowman's capsule. Perfect. And what is the name of the structure which is formed by the glomerulus along with Bowman's capsule? What is the name of the structure which is formed by the glomerulus along with Bowman's capsule? It is called as glomerulus along with Bowman's capsule. कौन कहा जाए? Malpighian Bowman's capsule. Malpighian body or Malpighian capsule. Okay. Next, come to the question number second, and it is a most sweet question. The amount of a blood that is filtered by the kidney per minute. केते amount of blood टा basically filtered होची by the kidney per minute. Basically केते milliliter blood filtered होची? Yes, answer from Santosh, Aishwarya, Mamta, MD Javed, Sipun, Ruchismita, Mitali, Tamana, Ankita, Snehamoi, Mamta, Aparna, yes, and Mahesh. कौन होगा? That is 1100 रु 1200. Perfect. चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। यदि हम 1100 को 1200 को कन्वर्ट करिवा, that is 20% blood or 25% or 30%? How much percentage of blood is filtered by the kidney which is pumped by the heart? केते blood? 20% or 25% or 30%? 1/5 or 20%. And yes, perfect. Then come to the third question. Number of layers involved in the filtration of blood through the glomerular capillary. Go. कौन हम नंबर ऑफ लेयर इन्वॉल्व इन द फिल्ट्रेशन ऑफ ब्लड थ्रू द ग्लोमेरुलर कैपिलरी केतेटा लेयर देखि फिल्ट्रेशन हुए yes that is the answer is 3 layer perfect तीनटा लेयर देखि फिल्ट्रेशन हुए then one of the most important question यदि तुमको पचरा हबो क्वेश्चन टा कोन ना देखो suppose afferent arteriole and this one is the efferent arteriole and this is the cup like structure Bowman's capsule and this is the loop of Henle and my question is in which part of the nephron that is the minimum reabsorption takes place minimum reabsorption कोठी हुए minimum reabsorption takes place at which part of the nephron minimum reabsorption कोठी हुए yes PCT loop of Henle or DCT in which part that is ascending loop of Henle perfect this is called as the descending loop of Henle and this zone is called as the ascending loop of Henle then second question when the filtrate question ta bolse suno when the filtrate goes through the descending loop of Henle when the filtrate goes through the descending loop of Henle filtrate is hyperosmolarity or hypoosmolarity again I am saying the question when the filtrate is goes through the descending loop of Henle filtrate is hyperosmolarity or hypoosmolarity जेतोले descending loop of Henle देखि जाउची descending loop of Henle is permeable to water and जेतोले water रो reabsorption होउची that is the osmolarity will increase or decrease yes that is the right answer is hyperosmolarity or the osmolarity will increase perfect right next that is in which part of the nephron aldosterone will act aldosterone will act in which part of the nephron रो को part रे aldosterone act करिवो PCT loop of Henle ना DCT which part of the nephron is the site for the act of aldosterone PCT na loop of Henle na DCT yes the right answer is DCT next what is the correct pathway of the filtrate what is the correct pathway of the filtrate option दोची DCT PCT loop of Henle collecting duct PCT loop of Henle DCT collecting duct PCT loop of Henle collecting duct DCT को among which of the following option shows the correct pathway of the filtrate रो correct pathway कोन yes ज्ञान प्रभा सूरज option for the layer present between the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule glomerulus and Bowman's capsule भितरे जो layer रोची या भितरे incorrect कोटा epithelium is the layer of a glomerulus of blood vessel layer ta epithelium na endothelium basement membrane is present between the endothelium and the endothelium is the layer of a Bowman's capsule and question is incorrect जेतोले तमे एग्जाम रे क्वेश्चन करछो सबबोल पई पूरा मन रखिता क्वेश्चन पचारछि करेक्ट ना इनकरेक्ट आउ पूरा होश रे आउ करेक्ट इनकरेक्ट लिखाइ तो बट तमे करेक्ट भाबी आंसर करिवनी and this question about the incorrect statement and yes the first option is epithelium is the layer of a glomerulus blood vessel it is 100% wrong काहे हम जानि छे that is the blood vessel रो layer होची कोन endothelium what is endothelium of blood vessel how many blood vessels are there artery vein answer of D artery vein and capillary so who can say what is the how many layers are there in artery who can say how many layers are there in artery and vein किए कहबो ऐश्वर्या संतोष अंकिता काजल स्नेहामयी मिताली अंकिता सूरज एमडी जावेद ज्ञान प्रभा how many layers अभिस्मिता yes 3 layer and that is the outer layer of arteries artery outer layer कोन tunica externa then tunica media then tunica intima or interna but जो blood capillary रहिला blood capillary होची that is the smallest blood vessel or the thinnest blood vessel which is made up of only single layer of cells and जो single layer of cells ए cell टा कोन एंडोथेलियल सेल, एंडोथेलियल सेल। सो ये जो एंडोथेलियल सेल रो लेयर को कहा जाए एंडोथेलियम। सो एंडोथेलियम ऑफ ब्लड वेसल हबा कथा, सो एटा इनकरेक्ट। एंड बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन ऑब्वियसली तुम जानिछो दैट इज द Bowman's capsule and glomerulus भितर basement membrane, or we can say that there are two sides of basement membrane, one is glomerular side and another one is Bowman's capsule side. এটা ঠিক, but endothelium of এটা নাই, এটা epithelium হইতাতা, right? So then who can say epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, neural tissue, which tissue basically present in the internal tube and the duct? In the internal tube and duct, which tissue is present? Yes, Abhijit, good evening. Snehamoyi, Ankita, which tissue is present in the internal tube and the internal duct in our body? Kiye? Yes, that is the epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue, hala? No, I'm not saying about the muscle tissue. Muscle is skeletal muscle and smooth muscle and cardiac muscle, but I'm saying about the tissue. Yes, ठीक अछि संतोष, हुए एमती तमे आंसर कहया के epithelium, but तमे muscle भाबिकिर कहइछ, ठीक अछि। देन चलो, podocyte are endothelial cell of glomerulus, endothelial cell of Bowman's capsule, epithelial cells of Bowman's capsule ना epithelial cell of glomerulus? मन पड़छि आमे एया कहितले, सपोज एटा होछि afferent arteriole and yes glomerulus efferent arteriole, and yes this is the structure of Bowman's capsule, right? And Bowman's capsule, the cup like structure is called as Bowman's capsule. Afferent arteriole और efferent arteriole जो glomerulus है, glomerulus टा गोटे blood vessel, and blood vessel टा एटा होछि कोन सिंगल लेयर वाला endothelial cell को नेकी सिंगल लेयर, सॉरी 1 सेकंड, एटा होछि endothelial cell। तो जो endothelial cell भीतर जो गैप रहला को कोन कहै छै fenestra, बट Bowman's capsule एटा को लेयर कहया parietal layer कहबा, and this is called as the visceral layer, and yes in the visceral layer there is the podocyte cell is located. So answer कौन होबो epithelial cells of Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule जो epithelial cell रहिला it पूरा clearly distinguish कराइनी parietal के visceral, but you have to remember podocyte is the structure which is present in the Bowman's capsule or the epithelial cells of the Bowman's capsule. Then answer C ହେଲା। yes ज्ञान प्रभा, अपर्णा, स्नेहामयी, अभिस्मिता, अभिजीत, ममता, मुर्मयी। चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पूर्व तुम गोटे छोट अनाउंसमेंट, जो मैंने तुम भाई बंधु कुटुंब जो मैंने सब अच्छा, तो किए भी जदि OUT प्रिपेरेसन होगा चाहते एक्सक्लूसिवली फॉर OUT, देन दैट इज बैच तुम ऑलरेडी जानिछ, सब सार मैंने कहते एंड तुम मन मन चिड़ुव कौन सार एत थर गोटे एडवर्टाइज कर, तो ये हूँ तुम कथा 70,000 कोर्स 60,000 एंड येस 30,000 कोर्स 20,000 है। आउ नंबर तुम कांटेक्ट करिवो। चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, ultrafiltration formed by the glomerulus contain all the constitution of the blood plasma except ultrafiltration. Why it is called as the ultrafiltration? Because sir कुटुंब भी yes ultrafiltration माने पूरा ब्लड को पूरा चिपुड़ी के पूरा परफेक्ट जिंस को छाणीबो, तीनटा लेयर दे कि छणा हबो ना, ग्लोमेरुलस, बेसमेंट एंड Bowman's capsule पोडोसाइट, सो दैट अल्ट्रा फिल्ट्रेशन रो क्वेश्चन ब्लड रो कोन कोन जिंस गुडा को छाणी हबो एक्सेप्ट ब्लड प्लाज्मा, एक्सेप्ट यूरिया ना प्रोटीन ना मिनरल ना ऑल ऑफ दिस कोन हबो भाई रे, यूरिया को हमको रिलीज आउट करिवार अछि, हमको मिनरल भी फिल्ट्रेशन रे आसी जाए परे एब्जॉर्ब हुए बट फिल्ट्रेट हो जाए, आमे ये जानिछे ना। सपोज ये जो ग्लोमेरुलस रहिला तो दैट इज Bowman's capsule एटा कोन को जाए, दिस स्पेस इज कॉल्ड एज आको कोन को जाए कैप्सुलर स्पेस। तो Bowman's capsule कैप्सुलर स्पेस भीतर कोन आसी हरी ब्लड प्लाज्मा रे Na+, K+, Cl-, HCO3- and also that is urea and also glucose and also water, but fibrinogen नहीं, ग्लोबुलिन नहीं, albumin नहीं, RBC नहीं, WBC नहीं, प्लेटलेट नहीं हैला। ताला आंसर कोन हबो प्लाज्मा प्रोटीन केबे भी हेले फिल्ट्रेशन हुए नी। चलो देखिए कहार मन अछि, व्हाट इज ग्लोमेरुलर हाइड्रोस्टैटिक प्रेशर GHP, जी कहबो पूरा दिल से सैल्यूट। व्हाट इज ग्लोमेरुलर हाइड्रोस्टैटिक प्रेशर, or how the glomerular hydrostatic pressure is generated? Go. Tamanna, Argyrupa, Suraj, Kajal, Snehamay, Mitali, Murmay, Jyoti, Abhismita, Javed. I am not asking about the value of glomerular hydrostatic pressure. I am saying about what is glomerular hydrostatic pressure. If someone will ask you, what is glomerular hydrostatic pressure? कौन सर न्यू बैच केबेठू स्टार्ट हो चिकू प्लीज तमे ए बैच रिलेटेड कथा पई नंबर को कांटेक्ट करो आराम रे मिल जिवो हला इन्फॉर्मेशन yes and the right answer from the Ankita and from the Santosh pressure due to the different diameter of afferent arteriole and the efferent arteriole right that is there is the variation of the diameter of afferent arteriole as well as efferent arteriole. So due to the different diameter of afferent and efferent, there is a pressure arise called as glomerular hydrostatic pressure. Perfect, ready. Next question, question number 7, glomerular filtration rate. First question, need previous year question, what is glomerular filtration rate? Dita sentence kochi, then you have to choose which one is correct. Glomerular filtration rate is amount of a filtrate formed by the kidney per minute, amount of filtrate formed by the kidney per second, amount of filtrate formed by the kidney per day. Which one is the perfect sentence for glomerular filtration rate definition? Amount of filtrate formed by the kidney per minute, amount of filtrate formed by the kidney per second, amount of filtrate formed by the kidney per hour. Go first. Yes, Apana Konabo, Ankita, Mohesh, amount of filtrate formed by the kidney per minute. And the value of glomerular filtration rate is 125 milliliter per minute. Yes. Then if the glomerular filtration rate is 125 milliliter per minute, आमे जानिचे गोटे दिन रे हमर 180 liter filtrate बाहरे, then से एते सब filtrate कौन हुए reabsorb हुए. Then my question is, in which part of the nephron maximum reabsorption takes place? Which part of the nephron maximum reabsorption takes place? कौन होबो? And yes, PCT, proximal convoluted tube which contain the simple cuboidal brush border like afferents, and due to the simple cuboidal brush border like afferents, the surface area of the PCT is high. And yes, as you know that, so maximum surface area is directly proportional to reabsorption. If the surface area is high, reabsorption is high, and due to the high surface area in PCT, that is maximum reabsorption takes place at the PCT. Ready? Yes, Kajal, Abhijit, proximal convoluted tube, Tamas, ready. Tamas, and Tamas is our offline student, and Sneha online, Kajal I think online, Rian's maximum students are from online, Suraj offline. Chalo, Ankita offline, MD Javed online. Next, Juxtaglomerular apparatus, JG apparatus, which is regulate the glomerular filtration rate, is formed at the point of contact. Yes. How the juxtamedullary apparatus is formed, or by which junction is called as the juxtamedullary apparatus? कौन होबो? Juxtamedullary apparatus. मनोज तो हम करिथिले. Suppose this is the Bowman's capsule, and yes, this is the VCT, this is the descending loop of Henle and ascending loop of Henle, and this is the DCT, and suppose this is the afferent arteriole, and this is the glomerulus, and this is the efferent arteriole, and I made padithile, that is afferent arteriole cellular modification as well as if DCT, eta DCT रो cellular modification, afferent arteriole cellular modification जे गोटे बारो रिसेप्टर भलिया काम करे, and DCT रो cellular modification जे गोटे केमो रिसेप्टर भलिया काम करे. मन पड़छि, and एटा बारो रिसेप्टर भलिया काम करे. तो that is the both cellular modification of afferent arteriole as well as the DCT modification, and with some of the basement substance between them form the कौन JG apparatus. Need previous year question मन रखिबो. JG apparatus is formed by the DCT and the afferent arteriole, or by the cellular modification of a DCT and afferent arteriole. Perfect. What is cortical nephron? What is cortical nephron? Patapat kuho. What is cortical nephron? Who can say? Pavitra kuho. Suraj, Jyoti, Tamanna. What is cortical nephron? And maximum percentage of nephron in our body is cortical or juxtamedullary? Go. Found in the cortical region. Yes, Gyanaprabha. And cortical nephron is 85% nephron is cortical nephron. And yes, cortical nephron in which the loop of Henle is very small or absent. And this is the perfect line of NCERT. Cortical nephron, it is a nephron in which the loop of Henle is very small or too small or absent, and the vasa recta is absent. Yes. Then my next question, PCT, DCT, PCT and DCT, these are present in the cortex part of the cortex part of the kidney or the medulla part of kidney. PCT and DCT, these are present in the cortical part of the kidney or medulla part of the kidney. Yes, present in the cortex part of the kidney. Perfect. Then mote kuho, that is, which part of the nephron is important for the concentration of urine? Nephron ro ko part hochi important for the concentration of urine? Urine को concentration करिया पई को part टा होची important? को कौन हबो? Yes, perfect. बढ़िया. Next चलो loop up हेली हैला. A fall in GFR activate. Fall in GFR activate जेतबेले तमरो glomerular filtration rate कमी जीवो तो सेतबेले कोन हबो? Glomerular filtration rate कमिले कोन हबो? Yes, if the glomerular filtration rate is low ताले कोन हबो? That is तमरो कोन हबो? Yes, जेजी apparatus कोन रिलीज करिवो? जेजी apparatus रे थिबा जेजी सेल रिलीज करिवो RENIN. Perfect. Then who can say what is the function of a renin? What is the function of renin? Renin first kahaku activate karibo? Monos to RAS mechanism. RAAS. Renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system. RAS mechanism ame padhitile kono na liver will release. Kuo patapat kuo liver kon release karibo? Suraj, Barsha, and Barsha, you are very fast and एते कौन कहया एते पंक्चुअल स्टूडेंट के तमे पूरा परफेक्ट टाइम रे आसलो. यस, लिवर रिलीज करे कोन? एंजियोटेंसिनोजेन. परफेक्ट. हम पढितले दैट इज लव कलु. लिवर विल रिलीज एंजियोटेंसिनोजेन एंड यस किडनी रो जेजी apparatus रे थिबा जेजी सेल रिलीज करिवो कोन? Renin. RE single NIN. You have to remember this is single N. Then in presence of renin, angiotensinogen is get converted to angiotensin 1. And yes, love colu. Then lu for lungs will release the converting enzyme. And in present of converting enzyme, angiotensin 1 is get converted to angiotensin 2. And angiotensin 2 is a powerful vasoconstrictor or dilator? Angiotensin 2 is a powerful vasoconstrictor or dilator. Pavitra, Ankita, Tamanna, Sneha, Mitali, Suraj. Angiotensin 2 is a powerful vasoconstrictor or dilator? Powerful vasoconstrictor. Yes. Then it will constrict the efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole को तले constrict करिवो, pressure arise होबो, GFR बढ़िवो. And जतले GFR बढ़िवो, that is Na plus and water एते जोर speed ली जीवो DCT पाखु वर्तमान पे Na plus and water को भी हमको absorb करियार अछि. And to absorb the Na plus and water also कौन करिवो ना renin activate करिवो काकू? Angiotensin 2 also activate karibo amaro adrenal gland ro cortex part ro aldosterone. Aldosterone will act on the DCT and absorb the Na plus and water. Perfect. RAS mechanism. तुमको एमती क्वेश्चन पचारिबो, when the blood pressure is low or the blood volume is low or the glomerular filtration is low, एई टाइम रे RAS mechanism काम करे ना. RAS mechanism will work when the GFR is high, blood pressure is high, blood volume is high. केतबेले RAS mechanism काम करिवो? During the blood pressure is low, blood volume is low, GFR is low, or during the GFR is high, blood pressure is high, blood volume is high? Obviously during the low. Perfect, Mitali. Yes, and you have to remember that is the RAS mechanism will work during the time of glomerular filtration, when the glomerular filtration rate is low. Yes, and the JG cell will release renin. Then who can say what is the function of RENNIN? What is the function of RENNIN? Jyoti Ranjan ko, Jyoti, MD Javed, Mamta. What is the function of RENNIN? Renin. That is, we have studied about the RENIN. Now I am asking about RENNIN. What is the function of renin? Convert the casein to paracasein. Yes, that is the most important function of RENNIN is it will important to digest the milk protein casein. Perfect. Ready. Next, come to the question number 10. How much percentage of the filtrate is reabsorbed in the renal tubule if the volume of filtrate formed per the day is 180 liter and the urine is released 1.5 liter? And question is about the reabsorption. आम बॉडी रे जदि आमर किडनी जदि 180 लिटर फिल्ट्रेट को फॉर्म करछि, देन मैक्सिमम फिल्ट्रेट कोन हबो? रीअब्जॉर्ब हे जबो. एंड देयर आर सेवरल स्ट्रक्चर्स अछन नेफ्रॉन रे जोट जोट रीअब्जॉर्प्शन हबो. दैट इज पीसीटी रे 70 to 80% इलेक्ट्रोलाइट एंड आल्सो 70% ऑफ वाटर. जे तुमको एटी क्वेश्चन पचरा हबो, आंसर 99. परफेक्ट, आंसर इज 99. जे तुमको एटी पचरा हबो, if PCT is affected, गोटे लोकर जदि PCT खराब हे जिवो, as you know that PCT is highly responsible to absorb the electrolyte, and जदि PCT absorb हबो ताले कोन हबो? वाटर एंड बेसिकली PCT जदि absorb हबो, वाटर एंड इलेक्ट्रोलाइट इस absorb हे परिबनी, ताले कोन हबो? PCT affected हेले यूरिन रो concentration ना कोन हबो? डाइल्यूटेड यूरिन ना concentrated यूरिन? more dilute urine. Yes, when PCT affected हबो तमरो dilute urine formation हबो. Yes, perfect. Dilute and dilute urine formation हबो जतले PCT affect हबो, and जतले collecting duct affect हबो सेतले कोन हबो? when the collecting duct is affected, जदि गोटे लोकर collecting duct affected हबो, yes बढ़िया अछि, कोन हबो? और जदि गोटे लोकर हमें collecting duct को remove कर दबा ताले कोन हबो? that is dilute urine. Next चलो question number 11. The human urine is usually acidic because कौन पे human urine होची acidic? The sodium transporter exchange one hydrogen ion for each sodium ion peritubular capillaries रे. Now excrete the plasma protein are acidic. Potassium and sodium exchange generate the acidity. Now hydrogen ions are actively secreted to the filtrate. H plus and K plus and ammonia जे कि basically filtrate को secrete होती. ताले कौन अब answer? Yes, the answer is D, hydrogen ion. Next, the maximum amount of electrolyte and water 70 to 80% from the glomerular filtration rate is reabsorbed in which part of the nephron? Maximum electrolyte nephron ro को part रे absorb होबो? Yes, the answer is PCT, proximal convoluted tube. Removal of the proximal convoluted tube from the nephron will result in no urine formation, no change in quality and quantity of urine, more concentrated urine, more diluted urine. कौन हबो? 13. Yes, answer from Gyana Prabha, A. Ankita, A. Next चलो A. PCT helps in the maintenance of a pH in the body fluid by maintenance of pH ପାଇଁ कौन करे? Selective secretion of K plus and absorption of HCl ना selective secretion of ammonia ना selective secretion of H plus कौन हबो? PCT helps in maintaining the pH in our body fluid by को कौन हम that is the selective secretion of H plus yes तुम मन रख जो एग्जाम रे तुम पढ़ी PCT हो कि DCT हो कौन सिक्रेशन करती सिक्रेशन सब मन रख H plus K plus अमोनिया पचार है आमे तो ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेशन तो जानिच कौन कौन फिल्टर है कौन है रीअब्जॉर्प्शन तो जानिच कोठी कौन रीअब्जॉर्ब है कि होची परमेबल कि इम्परमेबल आ सिक्रेशन ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेशन रीअब्जॉर्प्शन सिक्रेशन ए तीनटा प्रोसेस ना यूरिन फॉर्मेशन पई तो सिक्रेशन माने कौन हबो सिक्रेशन माने दैट इज नेफ्रॉन रो डिफरेंट पार्ट को ब्लड रो जो कंपोनेंट गुडा को ब्लड सिक्रेट करिवो बा फिल्ट्रेट को किछि जिंस दबो ताले कौन कौन सिक्रेट करिवो H plus K plus अमोनिया तो कौन हम आंसर ऑल ऑफ दिस सिलेक्टिव सिक्रेशन ऑफ H plus yes pH पूरा इनसाइड लाइनिंग सिलेक्टिव सिक्रेशन ऑफ अमोनिया H plus K plus एंड सिलेक्टिव सिक्रेशन ऑफ K plus सिक्रेशन K plus करिवो सिक्रेशन H plus करिवो एंड आल्सो सिक्रेशन करिवो अमोनिया को एंड एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ HCO3 माइनस नेक्स्ट द पार्ट ऑफ द नेफ्रॉन इन्वॉल्वड इन एक्टिव रीअब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ सोडियम सोडियम रो एक्टिव रीअब्जॉर्प्शन करियारे को नेफ्रॉन रो को पार्ट हेल्पफुल डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब प्रॉक्सिमल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब बैमेंस कैप्सूल एंड डिसेंडिंग लूप ऑफ हेनली कौन हबो द पार्ट ऑफ द नेफ्रॉन इन्वॉल्वड इन द एक्टिव रीअब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ सोडियम yes that is proximal convoluted tubule proximal convoluted tubule हला आ कंडीशनल रीअब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ Na plus एंड वाटर हबो DCT रे कंडीशनल हेले DCT बट नॉर्मल नेफ्रॉन रे भी हमरो Na plus एब्जॉर्ब हबो एक्टिवली सिक्रेशन रीअब्जॉर्प्शन इज मिनिमम इन व्हिच पार्ट ऑफ द नेफ्रॉन इन व्हिच पार्ट ऑफ द नेफ्रॉन रे बेसिकली रीअब्जॉर्प्शन होची मिनिमम या परे आ पांचटा क्वेश्चन रैपिड फायर करिया ता परे पुनी आगु जिया को कोठी ऑब्वियसली तुम जानिचो कोठी असेंडिंग डी असेंडिंग लूप ऑफ हेनली एंड रैपिड फायर रे क्वेश्चन तुम पचरा हबो एबे जहां हमें चैप्टर पढुचे फॉर एग्जांपल जदि तुम पचरा हला दैट इज हां को chemosensitive area which is highly sensitive to oxygen or carbon dioxide chemosensitive area which is located to adjacent to the respiratory rhythm center is highly sensitive to carbon dioxide or oxygen chemosensitive area टा कहा को highly sensitive carbon dioxide को ना oxygen को yes chemosensitive area which is located in the adjacent to the respiratory rhythm center highly sensitive to carbon dioxide and H plus then we can say what is inspiratory reserve volume what is inspiratory reserve volume inspiratory reserve volume कौन inspiratory reserve volume inspiratory reserve volume कौन पटापट को inspiratory reserve volume inspiratory reserve volume कौन संदीप्ता inspiratory ममता नाभिरस तमस पवित्र एमडी जावेद काजल अभिस्मिता संतोष अंकिता हाँ forcefully taken air inspiratory reserve volume that is the volume of air additional volume of air person can inspire by the forceful inspiration और जदि गोटे लोक forcefully air को जेतिक नहीं पारछि that is called as inspiratory reserve volume and the value is that is 2500 to 3000 है बा 2500 रु 3000 मिलीलीटर then who can say residual volume what is residual volume what is residual volume and what is functional residual capacity residual volume होची कोन ना volume of air remain in the lungs even after the forceful expiration कुंथई के छाड़िबा सत्वे केते वॉल्यूम रो एयर लंग्स रे रहुची that is called as residual volume and what is functional residual capacity कोन volume of air remain in the lungs even after the normal expiration yes volume of gas remain in the lungs volume of yes functional residual capacity ERV plus RV air left after the forceful volume of air remain in the lungs even after forceful expiration yes and residual volume रो value होची 1100 रु 1200 functional residual capacity ERV plus RV. चलो then come to the question number 17. Henle's loop of nephron plays a significant role in maintaining a high osmolarity. लूप ऑफ हेनली गोटे सिग्निफिकेंट रोल प्ले करे ना हाई ऑस्मोलारिटी मेंटेन करे काहाकू आमे जानिचे फॉर द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ concentrated urine the loop of Henle has to increase the osmolarity of the medullary interstitium कोन हबो cortex of the medullary interstitium ना medulla of the medullary interstitium कोन हबो that is the medullary interstitium fluid आमको जदि यूरिन को कंसंट्रेट करियार अछि बा हाई ऑस्मोलारिटी करिवार अछि ताहले हम कोन करियार अछि ना मेडुलरी इंटरस्टिशियम फ्लूइड को आगे ऑस्मोलारिटी करिवार अछि सो आंसर इज बी परफेक्ट बढ़िया मन अछि बढ़िया मन अछि सीरियसली माने तमे जहा भी जहा जिंस होउची तमे जोठ भी पढो मन मस्त मन अछि सब चैप्टर जदि एई बेला मन रहइबो ट्रस्ट मी पूरा एट द एंड ऑफ द डे जतले ओयूटी एग्जाम हबो किबा नीट एग्जाम हबो प्राय जिनस मन रही जाइथिबो हैला बढ़िया पूरा फुली फोकस अछि किसी टेंशन नाही काइना समस्त आंसर दउछन्ते एंड आई डोंट थिंक कि के कार आंसर देखि करथियो बट मैक्सिमम पिलांकर आंसर समस्त पूरा परफेक्ट मुरमय हो तामस हो स्नेहा हो संतोष हो अंकिता हो एमडी जावेद हो संदीप्ता होंतु हमर महेश होंतु पवित्र मोनालिसा रेडी चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन the part of the loop of Henle that is impermeable to electrolyte and yes आमे जानिछे that is loop of Henle रो दीटा part that is the descending zone and the ascending zone and the descending zone of the loop of Henle is permeable to water and the ascending zone of loop of Henle is permeable to electrolyte and question yes Jyoti sorry Sipun Jyoti Ranjan Das Sipu sir amar RST sorry बुझी पाली तो आंसर कोन हबो that is the part of the loop of Henle that is impermeable to electrolyte obviously that is the descending loop of Henle descending loop of Henle is permeable to water but impermeable to electrolyte then the transport of electrolyte through the ascending loop of Henle takes place through the active transport passive transport electrolyte सबले मन रखिबो इलेक्ट्रोलाइट रो ट्रांसपोर्ट ता डिफ्यूजन नाही एक्टिव ना पैसिव ना ऑल ऑफ दिस कोन हबो अर्घ्य रूपा पवित्र the transport of electrolyte transport through the ascending loop of Henle takes place through active transport passive transport na diffusion kon hobo yes that is active transport next what is the correct pathway of the impulse from the SA node to the Purkinje fiber what is the correct pathway of the impulse from the SA node to the Purkinje fiber who can say what is the correct pathway of impulse from the SA node to the Purkinje fiber कोन हबो SA node रो Purkinje fiber पर्यंत correct pathway टा कोन impulse रो SA node then SA node संतोष SA node then AB node AB bundle of his SA node AB node bundle of his Purkinje fiber SA node AB node bundle of his Purkinje fiber perfect then mote ko which one is called as the pacemaker of heart which one called as the pacemaker of heart yes Aparna right SA node AB node bundle of his and the Purkinje fiber which one is called as the pacemaker of heart SA node which one called as the pace setter of heart pace setter ke pace setter is AB node in which chamber of the human heart AV node is located in which chamber of human heart AV node is located AV node basically ko chamber re located achi right atria right ventricle left atria left ventricle and answer is right atria perfect that is feces are feces manakor single circulation or double circulation feces are having the single circulatory process or a double circulatory or incomplete double circulatory feces manakara feces manakara two chamber heart single circulation amphibia and the reptiles are the incomplete double circulation incomplete double circulation and birds and mammals they are the double circulation. Ammonia, urea and uric acid. Which organ is responsible for the conversion of ammonia to urea? Which cycle is important for the conversion of ammonia to urea? किए? Which organ is important for conversion of ammonia to urea? That is liver. Then मते को which blood vessel carry the which blood vessel carry the deoxygenated blood and urea less blood? Again I am saying question को भल से सुनो. which blood vessel carry the deoxygenated blood with impure blood from the kidney? किए किडनी रू deoxygenated blood plus impure blood और deoxygenated blood plus urea less blood किए किडनी रू काढ़े? renal vein. Yes, renal vein, renal artery which will provide the oxygenated blood plus urea rich blood. Say जो oxygenated blood but urea rich blood, then kidney has to purify the urea and kidney has to use the oxygen. Then kidney will release the carbon dioxide and also urea less blood. So both urea less blood and also that is deoxygenated blood कहाँ देखिए आसिबो? renal vein. Next, transport of the electrolyte through ascending loop of Henle takes place by the active transport, passive transport, diffusion and all of this. It all of these option देइछे ना, तो आमे सर 19 नंबर आंसर रो both active and passive हबो. एडी मु एथि पई कहली कि जेहेतु all of these देइछि, so diffusion को नै कि कहली ना, सेथि पई कहली. चलो, a organism which does not have the loop of Henle will excrete no urine, dilute urine, concentrate urine, no change in urine. Class अछि कि? Class अछि? कौन हबो? A organism which does not have the loop of Henle will excrete no urine, ना dilute urine, ना concentrate urine, ना no change in urine. जो organism रो basically कौन थिबो ना loop of Henle नथिबो, ताले कौन formation करिवो? Loop of Henle is responsible for the concentrated urine. The organism will release the dilute urine. Next, main function of the distal convoluted tube of the nephron is to maintain. What is the main function? What is the main function of a DCT? DCT रो main function कौन? To maintain the pH in blood, ना Na and K balance of blood. कौन हबो? ना both A and B, ना in temperature of the blood. DCT. DCT कौन हबो? Main function of a distal convoluted tube of the nephron is to maintain. DCT को कौन secrete हुए? H plus K plus ammonia secrete हुए. So pH balance रे help करे and also Na and K balance. तो answer कौन? Both A and B. Suraj. Next, choose the mismatched part of the nephron which its function. Bowman's capsule, glomerular filtration, PCT reabsorption of Na plus K plus, DCT reabsorption of a glucose, loop of Henle urine concentration. Mismatch pair, you have to choose the incorrect pair among these. Incorrect pair है भितर कौन? को choose the mismatch pair. Bowman's capsule, glomerular filtration, PCT reabsorption Na plus, DCT reabsorption कौन हबो? Yes, आमे जानी छे all the glucose or the 100% glucose is absorbed by the PCT. So answer कौन हबो? C हबो. Perfect. कहीं ना Bowman's capsule, glomerular filtration ये सब ठीक अछि. चलो. How much urea is produced per day? गोटे डे रे केते यूरिया प्रोड्यूस हुए? संतोष, ममता, काजल, ज्योति, स्नेहा. हाउ मच यूरिया इज प्रोड्यूस्ड पर डे? 25 to 30 ग्राम. परफेक्ट एंड द राइट आंसर फ्रॉम संतोष. संतोष रो फर्स्ट, देन सोनालिसा. कहार आंसर सी अछि? यस. ओके. देन मते को किछटा ऑप्शन दउची, आ भितर मते को कि सब जाक एक्सक्रीटरी ऑर्गन भाबे तमे ताको काउंट करि परबो ना काउंट करि परिबोनी. स्वेट ग्लैंड, सेबासियस ग्लैंड, लंग्स, एमान सब एक्सक्रीटरी ऑर्गन रूप में तो काउंट करि परिबो ना काउंट करि परिबोनी स्वेट ग्लैंड सेबासियस ग्लैंड एंड तमरो लंग्स yes count kari paribo then sterols and hydrocarbon and waxes sterols hydrocarbon and waxes are released from sweat gland or sebaceous gland sterols hydrocarbon and waxes are released from sterols hydrocarbon and waxes are released from sweat gland or sebaceous gland yes the right answer is sebaceous gland next collecting duct of the nephron extend from the cortex kidney to the capsular region inner part of the medulla middle part of the medulla outer part of the medulla collecting duct of the nephron extend from the cortex of kidney to कौन अब आंसर आंसर दियो बढ़िया अच्छी समस्त नंबर वन पिला तमे हमर सबू मानिया पड़ो सबू आंसर परफेक्ट बढ़िया एमती तो आमर पढ़िया दरकार किसी दरकार नहीं चलो कौन हम yes and the right answer from B inner part of the medulla perfect B inner part of the medulla next chalo the function of the collecting duct is to reabsorb water maintain osmolarity maintain pH and ionic balance now all of this above all of the above function of collecting duct absorb water yes water also absorbed in the collecting duct maintain the osmolarity yes maintain osmolarity maintain करे help करे हमें देखी चले यूरिया रो diffusion हुए यूरिया टा collecting duct lower part of the collecting duct रो बाहर इकरी that is ascending descending भाषा रेक्टा देखिरे ascending भाषा रेक्टा medullary interstitium रो increase हुए so maintain pH all of these all of the above then the structural and the functional unit of kidney medulla right structural and the functional unit of kidney अभिस्मिता संदीप्ता एमटी जावत अपर्णा ममता पवित्र तामस सुरज मुरमई नेफ्रॉन how much nephron is present in each kidney गोटे किडनी रे केते नेफ्रॉन वन किडनी रे केते नेफ्रॉन वन किडनी रे that is 1 million नेफ्रॉन परफेक्ट आको राइट मारुने तुम तो जानि दउथबा आंसर हमें कहउछ ना सो ये ऑप्शन ओडा को राइट मारुने next the cortical part that extend between the medullary pyramid as the renal column of renal column of Bertini column of Bertini ना column of kidney मन पड़छ तो किडनी रो स्ट्रक्चर हम पढ़ितले मेडुलरी पिरामिड एंड पिरामिड भितरे कॉर्टेक्स रो पार्ट जे कि एक्सटेंड होतला ता कोन कहउतला column of Bertini perfect next question number 27 the human kidney has about 1 million of nephron 2000 of nephron कोन obviously answer कोन हो 1 million of nephron then question number 28 each nephron has two parts that is the Bowman's capsule and the PCT glomerulus and renal tubule glomerulus and Bowman's capsule and renal tubule कोन हो each nephron नो दीटा part glomerulus and renal tubule Bowman's capsule and renal tubule नहीं glomerulus and renal tubule सर 2 million होबा बा कोटा मु सॉरी the human kidney has about हाँ human kidney रे माने टोटली दीटा किडनी रे मिसई की 1 million नेफ्रॉन 2000 over 3000 10 billion माने देइनी ता human kidney has 2 million नेफ्रॉन तो दीटा किडनी मिसैले बट एठी हमको जेहेतु सेमती किछि 2 million देने हम भाबिया कोन से 1 million नेफ्रॉन हो and each nephron दीटा पार्ट गोटे होची glomerulus another one is renal tubule and renal tubule टा स्टार्ट होची Bowman's capsule हैला glomerulus and renal tubule रे Bowman's capsule PCT DCT and loop of Henle glomerulus तुम जानि छो then the top capillaries which is formed by the glomerulus and those which carry the blood away from the glomerulus is respectively top capillaries which form the glomerulus and those which carry the blood कौन top capillaries जो formation होची which form the glomerulus and those के afferent arteriole and efferent arteriole and the right answer is afferent arteriole and the efferent arteriole and I think question number 30 is your last question. So wait for the last question, and this is your question number 30. Which of the following kidney structure highly coiled network of tubule? Which among the following kidney structure form a highly coiled network of tubule? PCT, DCT, loop of Henle, collecting duct, and the collecting duct. कौन हबो? Yes, and the right answers from Sneha, Pavitra, Tamas, Sonalisa, Abhismita, Murmoi, Pavitra, MD Javed, Aparna. कौन हला? That is the highly coiled part कोटा PCT and the DCT. 30B, 30B, 30A ना? B केमती हला? 30A highly coiled बा proximal convoluted tube and the distal convoluted tube. These are the highly coiled network of tubule. हला? Yes. चलो तो ये रहिला होची तमरो MCQ आजिरो डिस्कशन. होप कि तुमको निहाती भल लागिथिबो. तापर तुमको होमवर्क रे हबो 2टा क्वेश्चन. ए होमवर्क तुम करिकि आस्थिबो. होमवर्क होची कोन ना, फॉर एग्जांपल जदि गोटे पेरेंट्स को जीनोटाइप अछि IA फादर रो एंड मदर को जीनोटाइप अछि IA एंड IB. सो जो फिटस हबो बा जो पिला हबो तो तांकर जीनोटाइप कोन हबो. एटा होस तमर होमवर्क. चलो यस गुड नाइट. नेक्स्ट क्लास रे पुणी अगेन न्यू वीडियो आनिबा एंड न्यू क्वेश्चन डिस्कशन करिबा. चलो.